And we're back with another episode of R&R. I'm your host, Jamerson Ballard. Happy Monday, everybody. Shout out to the Rand Gang and shout out to the Capital Letter Club. I know y'all in this motherfucker. Man, what's up, Rio? What's happening, man? What's happening, man? Man, it's real big, man. If you new, man, welcome, man. Congratulations. You made it, man. And we always like new people, and to all the normal people who be here, man, I appreciate your viewership and your time, because you could be doing some other shit. Man, we just finna chop this game a little bit, Rio, man. Now, Rio is a compadre of mine I met years back when I was fresh back in Oklahoma City from Oakland, man. And made a lot of shit shake, man. So shout out to him for recognizing me, because, after a while, people get a little bit older, you get beards and things like that. You kind of don't really, recognize motherfuckers like that. But, I'm glad that it was somebody that I fuck with that recognized me, and not somebody I, got with physically at some point, meaning, fisticuffs or something, and got in their ass. Because, I kind of had to stop serving so many people, because I really don't be remembering everybody I didn't serve. It's weird, but if you've been alive long enough, you kind of, I tell you, I done forgot a lot of the shit that you niggas feel like y'all know. But anyway, I'm a little bit, lit, surprisingly, because, I really don't like germs, so, I might gargle a little more than some people, and right after the gargle, I'm a little bit lit. The Listerine kind of got me a little bit lit. Fake lit. Nah, I don't really drink like that, but it is what it is, man. Some of y'all, getting a little too lit off certain things, and I've seen some people get lit off some shit that I didn't even think people got lit off of, man. I'm in Oklahoma City, as you know, and it's a large Native American population, and we love them. I'm not saying this to disparage them, but man, they really like getting loaded, bro. I done seen a couple of natives really, they had to stop a dude from buying so much Listerine. He was really drinking it, like it was really cheap, and they had to put a limit on the amount of Listerine they was able to purchase, because they lips green. They drinking big Listerine, bro. That shit was crazy. I seen another dude on the side of a 7-Eleven, and he had a little paper bag, around his mouth was gold. Bro was huffing paint or carburetor cleaner or something, and I just be like, man, what are you going through, sir, ma'am? What the fuck is going on in your life that you getting fucked up off of paint? You doing that bad? That's bad. That's real bad. That's not good. Which kind of brings me to my show topic for today, which is, without further ado, let's make wellness checks mandatory. Yeah, I said it. And it's kind of a heavy topic, man. And it's not, I try to keep it lighthearted, but there's something that needs to be said now. You have to excuse my background again. My studio is kind of lit at this time of day for some reason, but we ain't gonna let that stop anything, man. At any rate, I lend an ear to certain people at times, and when they need it, and that's just because that's how I am. But some of us need that more than others. Depression is a real thing, and I'm kind of a optimistic person, so I won't be down for long. But it's not a lot of people that are built like that. Some things hit certain people a lot harder, whether it's losing a loved one or divorce, you know, losing a spouse, you know, things like that have a different type of impact on different type of people. And I don't want to call them weak. Maybe they just are inexperienced with pain and hardship. Me, I don't have a shortage of that, and I experienced a lot of hardship early in life. So, you know, I had to develop tough skin. Plus, you know, I don't have a lot of siblings to help with things when things go awry. So I really just have to. This is why my belief in God is so strong, because He really all I got, man. You know what I'm saying? For those of you who understand, man, you get it, right? But like I said, man, for those of you who might not have, you know, the same prayer life or relationship that I have with the Most High, it is definitely necessary that you reach out to people, man, and stay connected, right? It says in the Bible, right, that you shouldn't forsake the fellowship of the saints, and this is true because, you know, it 2 by 2, you know, et cetera, et cetera. It's just certain people take things differently, harder, and especially us as men, we tend to operate in our pride and don't want to, you know, disclose certain details about our hardships. And we kind of, you know, push things down, suppress them, and try to go on. I haven't been paid for a sponsorship by BetterHelp, but if you don't have a counselor in your vicinity, if you need to talk to somebody, I hear good things about BetterHelp. I hear good things. I know in the you know, foundational Black American community, going to a shrink is frowned upon because I guess it's a sign that you can't handle your shit, which is kind of true, but it takes an even stronger person to admit when you cannot handle things and you need help. You know what I'm saying? It's good when you can have a partner, you know, a real true partner that's not going to try to listen to signs of distress or cracks in the ice where it comes to relationships and shit, and be trying to find a way to get into your girl's panties. That's weird, but it's more common than I like to admit, because I understand that dudes are, what's going on, nephew? Dudes, and maybe even women, can be friends with people for weird reasons, very strange reasons. Nigga could be your partner and be hanging with you for months and months, just hoping that one day they'll get a chance to use your grill or borrow something, a lawnmower, or you know, maybe like I said, they hanging with you. What's going on? To see if they can, you know, get in with your girl or whatever. They really like your girl or something. It's strange. Maybe just because they need rides to work, or you know, maybe even because y'all get paid on opposite weeks, so y'all found some camaraderie in sponsoring each other on the weed side of the game or the drink side of the game whenever you guys are off point. And that's not entirely unnormal, which is probably not a word, but it's definitely frowned upon within the capital letter community, you know. And I know what you're thinking. Why is this nigga always so fly? Why is this nigga always so fresh? And I'll tell you why, nigga. It's because I am not only a member of the Capital Letter Club, I am the motherfucking president. So, this is not regular nigga rants. It's real nigga rants. And I'm going to come with some real nigga shit, even if it's some shit you don't want to hear. Now, my nephew is saying that some people just miserable and love company. This much is true, Nev. This much is true. Misery loves company, which is why I try to promote a you know, a space where you don't have to be friends with lowercase niggas just to feel like you doing something. There is a place that you can come if you aim to be a capital letter, and this is it, man. This is, you can come talk, you can be heard, we can exchange dialogue with somebody that's really real and even approachable. An asshole, but an understanding one and loving at the same time. Because like I said, man, we should make wellness checks mandatory in the foundation of Black American community and other communities as well. But I understand the importance of starting shit, and a lot of times we start shit and other people take notes and go for it. Whether they want to kind of act like they made it up or not, it's completely on them. But we need to encourage that in our community because we don't talk about shit enough. Now, some of us they talk too much. They got a whole lot of shit to say about nothing, and that's unfortunate. But what I'm really speaking about, because I was talking to a friend of mine, my partner Ro, shout out to him, Town Biz, and he found it within himself to make a wellness check on me, which is something I encourage. I'm just like this. Don't just call me when you need shit. Don't call me when you need shit and then need shit and then I haven't heard from you all month. And you hit me with a bag right off the jump. Like, and for all you weird ass Instagram brides who call yourself following a nigga to try to figure out whether you can like get me to trick something off, bitch, that shit's not happening. It's not gonna happen. It's never happened. Even if you was in person, I'm not. What the fuck I look like buying some pictures of some pussy or some videos? I mean, come on, man. Now, shit, they got Pornhub and all this other shit, and you motherfuckers is, you got followers and shit like that. That's cool. Well, do your OnlyFans thing, but keep me out of that shit, man, because I'm not going for it. I've seen like a little influx of bitches who I guess they feel like they can choose who trick on them, and they see that a nigga is here and in all my magnificence and shit, and I don't know what the fuck they thought they saw, but we not giving out shit. You lucky I'm giving out this free game. I'm so stingy with my dick. I'm definitely even more stingy with my bread. So you're not getting no chips. You be lucky if you get a like from a real nigga. At any rate, now I hope I didn't lose y'all because I'm really not trying to be ignorant. Some of this shit got to be said because I don't understand what they thought. That if any of them ever listened to any of the shows, see any of my jokes, bitch, please. That's basically my motto. But I digress because that's not where we're trying to go with this altogether. But anyway, men and women, but men primarily is where this is going. We need to feel like it's safe to be able to speak with other men about certain things, and check on each other a lot more often, maybe even twice a week. Now, I mean, you should be calling your mom, you should be calling your parents, your siblings, and things like this, and doing wellness checks. But I mean, for those of us who have been fortunate enough to find actual friends that are men, check on your boy, man. Check on your boy, often, and ask them how they are mentally. Ladies, make it a safe space for your men to be able to speak with you about things. But men, we don't want to be complaining to our ladies about shit because that is definitely a sign of weakness. But we should be able to come to each other. You understand, without feeling like your partner gonna try to snake you for his girlfriend or something extra. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, 29? So like I was saying, man, buddy of mine from Oakland did, I guess, a wellness check on me and was explaining to me that in his residence there is a guy who was I guess in a room with a gun that nobody was aware that he had, maybe, and they heard a gunshot and they thought it was something else. Now the door is locked, you can't invade the guy's privacy, et cetera, and so they wasn't able to find out until the next day. But when they did, The guy was in his room with a gunshot wound to his head and was deceased. Apparently, Ro was telling me that the guy was going through some relationship shit, and he was depressed. But me personally, I've only experienced depression for real maybe once, or maybe even twice. And it can be a little overwhelming from what now I'm not trying to downplay it. I'm just saying, I couldn't understand it for a long time. I've lost people, and I've lost, the love of my mother, my birth mother, at a very young age. In a way, I say lost love, but I mean I didn't lose love for her. I was, for lack of a better word, I felt abandoned. I told you a few times before, I was in foster care, and you kind of have to suck that up because nobody's going to come to your rescue. At least nobody that you're familiar with. You might get some love, but it's not from who you might think it should come from, and that is an adjustment for anybody, even at age 50. So at age 6, 7 years old, yeah. So yeah, I'm kind of calloused, which is just another word for, tough skin or hard. At any rate, it's hard for me to let people in, but I do have a tight circle of friends, and I say friends, but I mean close associates, if nothing else. And like I said, I try to start shit. I check on people. I call and see how they doing just because, and I would hope that people do that. So this was my first time getting one of those, and it felt good. But bro was going through something because he had seen something, and he felt bad because he may have feel like he could have did more, because the young man did disclose to him that he was going through something, but he kind of glazed over it. He didn't really go into a whole lot of detail, and some of us might need to ask better questions when dealing with somebody like that, because we probably want to tell, but it just, you feel like you should try to keep it to yourself, and you shouldn't do that. You probably shouldn't do that. But let's just kind of be the type of men that love on each other more, man. Because it's important, man. Like I said, depression is real, and you might not recognize that that's what you're going through. And a lot of this generation, I'll say, they don't have the benefit of a father, which would help a lot with being in close contact with somebody that's made it to the other side of pain and hardship. You understand what I'm saying? I think I mentioned in another episode that it was told to me that men who don't have fathers, as far as the sports world is concerned, aren't necessarily capable of carrying a team to a championship, which to me sounds like they have a hard time dealing with things that, like, they have a hard time dealing with hard times, because you haven't seen what it's like to be on the other side, or have anybody kind of walk you through that. And we have to kind of try to be more understanding of that, which is a lot of the reason for the show, because I understand that a lot of people, but age 25 and below, don't necessarily have a lot of older cats, uncles, dads, or even mentors that are in a place where they can kind of help when you're going through stuff. Because when you're young, it seems like something like that might be permanent, but it's not. I'm here to tell you, it's not. You will make it through this. You are loved. You have to kind of get outside of yourself, and maybe get out and see some new things and try some new stuff, which can also be kind of irritating, but it's necessary. I actually found myself at the the art festival out here. Caught it on the last day. Me and a very special young man, and I was trying to explain that we have to get outside of our comfort zones and experience new things. Us as foundational Black Americans kind of tend to stay away from certain stuff when we are a very creative people. You understand what I'm saying? And so, in order for you to have a full life, it will behoove you to see, do, and experience new things, which could be a little bit of wonderful if you're open to it, But if you just going to the club all the time and you just, you only go to Fridays and, you're not really going to see nothing different and not going to have no interesting stories, your life is going to be boring. And, who wants that? At any rate, today we also have full intention of introducing a new segment to the show, which I'll talk a little bit more about later. But right now, I think it's probably a good time for Don't Be a Weirdo, because we don't need weird ass people out here doing weird shit. Now, there was a guy who committed a heinous act earlier this week in Texas. I think the guy killed like 5 people, and he was Hispanic, but he killed some Hispanics who were, I guess, from Honduras, which means they kind of look more like me, but they speak Spanish. And I thought it might have been racially motivated, but it might not be. It's just, like I said, man, you never know what people are going through. I guess the dude was outside shooting his gun, and his neighbors was asking him to keep it down because they had a baby sleeping, and the dude came back later with an AR or something and shot like 5 people and killed them. And that's very, very sad. And I apologize because this is not supposed to be a sad show altogether. It's just, you got to be aware that everybody is not where you are mentally. And I can't stress that shit enough. There's been kids getting shot for riding up on the wrong niggas' porches. And, this is, I guess the young man, he actually survived. He got shot after he rung on the wrong doorbell. So it's like, and the dude that just did the killing, he killing people that stayed next door to him for years. I think they even ate barbecue together and things like that, but you never really know a person, man. You don't know that nigga, man. So, do whatever you got to do to kind of keep your shit together, but, just be aware of your surroundings. And, if you stay ready, you don't got to get ready. And take that however you need to. I'm not necessarily big on guns altogether, but it's better to be there he go than there he lay. So, if you don't have a felony and you're able to get a gun, it might be beneficial for you to have one, but, make sure you keep your shit locked up where your kids can't get to it, because kids is getting into your shit. They watch you, they see you, they go in your dope. If you got meds, they go in your little hideaway spaces and find shit, and they know where your gun is. They know. You can't have a lazy day when you got inquisitive children. And I say inquisitive, but that's another word for bad as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But we don't like to call children bad. There are no bad children. They need to be monitored. You need to keep your shit together all the time, because you got a little set of eyes, maybe 2 or 4, watching your ass, waiting for you to fuck up. And that's kind of sad, but it is what it is, man. That's why it's very important that these households have 2 parents, because you can never have enough eyes on these kids, man. They into all kind of shit. Get in their motherfucking phones and let them know there ain't no such thing as privacy. And, you just be random with that shit, because you can't never be too careful, man. You can never be too careful. And so, yeah, we're going to get back to the Don't Be a Weirdo segment. And on today's episode of Don't Be a Weirdo, we have a couple. Now, this is a couple out of Garfield County in Oklahoma. And they've been accused or arrested for child neglect and second-degree murder because they threw a baby in the trash, man. Which is very, very, very sad. Apparently, the girl's boyfriend around Christmas time, was having some pains that were associated with birth pains. Went in the man crib. The guy's name is Kevin. It didn't show a last name, but he helped the girl give birth to a baby girl. But he noticed that the baby girl needed some medical attention, but he didn't go the step further and take the kid to the hospital. He left the baby with the girl, I guess, and a few days later, the girl apparently threw the baby in the trash. Don't do that kind of shit. That shit's weird. That's the only reason for this. I'm not trying to make you sad. I'm just saying, don't be a fucking weirdo, man. You know what I'm saying? The guy got a conscience. Now, the girl's name is, damn, I almost lost it. Let me see. Sarah Helton. So, Sarah Helton and Kevin are today's weirdo of the week because she gave birth to a baby. Didn't take care of it properly. I guess I don't know what was going on. Threw the baby in the trash. A couple days later, the guy takes the baby and buries it. So he knew the baby was in the trash, and apparently they got caught because he texting her, do you want me to tell your daughter what happened to her baby sister? And that you threw her in the trash. So you had all this to try to make this lady feel guilty for doing something that was wrong as fuck, but you are complicit. You are an accomplice. I'm not even one of those kind of dudes that be like, call the police, but bro, take the baby to the hospital, man. If you care so much, why wouldn't you just do that, Kevin? Kevin, you fucked up. Now, second-degree murder is the case that they gave y'all, and that's a really sad state of affairs. So we're gonna have to keep it lit to a lighter subject, which is who got active. And on this week's Who Got Active, we got a surprise for y'all, man. It's a young man in 7th grade by the name of Dylan out of Carter Middle School. Now, I'm not exactly what state that's in, but it's in Warren. Shout out to Dylan's parents, because apparently they're doing something right. The young man was on a bus full of his schoolmates, and the bus driver passed out. Now, Dylan was alert enough to see what was going on. Noticed that, and when the dude didn't have control of the bus, he sprung into action. Quickly ran to the front of the bus and calmly brought the bus to a stop where he, what's up with the hoodie, man? What's happening, man? Right now we going through Who Got Active, right? Like I said, it's a 7th grader named Dylan that saved this whole bus full of kids, bro. Just another day for him, I guess. But he brought the bus to a complete stop calmly after the bus driver had passed out. Bro, noticed that, got active, and did something. He didn't just sit back and watch and let everybody get hurt or smacked. Didn't nobody get hurt. And bro, a fake hero, not even a fake one, a real hero. I mean, can you imagine how much young Babby he about to get from the, from the little 7th grade chicks. Dr. Jamerson, love hearing your work, man. No, I appreciate you, man, tuning in, bro. Yeah, that was nice, bro. But yeah, you gotta be alert, man, and aware of your surroundings. Bro, 7th grade and got active, man. That's how you do shit, man. You don't just see something going wrong and sit back and wait till it get bad and then try to do something. Chaos is the hinges to the doors of promotion, bro. So, yeah, it's about 15 of the girls on that bus probably owe him their life lightweight, bro. And he can maximize that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, he getting news coverage nationwide. So I don't know if you heard about this, but you know, like I said, man, I use this segment to kind of highlight people who go above and beyond, bro, because we need to encourage that also. You know, I spoke to Blaze earlier. I don't know if y'all know who that is. Shout out to Blaze and Craig Factors and the 5150 show, man. Shout out to all of them, man. But yeah, me and Blaze chopped it up a little bit about this, man. And yeah, man, it's important to try to bring out, you know, this within the culture, man. Things that need to change, you know what I'm saying? Because change is good, man. And like I said, Brad shows the 5 a.m. club every day at 5 a.m. Cali time. So if you're out here in Texas, that's around 7 in the morning or whatever. And if you're out on the East Coast, that's like 8 o'clock. But yeah, catch that, man, and check Brad out because he be dropping it on the daily. I'm here once a week, man, so I'm recapping. Like I said, there's been a lot of shit that goes on throughout the weekend, man. AI, which is artificial intelligence, then dropped a banger with The Weeknd and Drake's voice, and I actually heard it. Now the Drake situation was damn near spot on, but the Weeknd shit was kind of, I don't know, but Brad went viral with the streams. I forgot the name of the dude. I think it's Unanimous or something, or what is it called? Ghost Rider 59, some shit like that. But they yanked the shit off the air, and you know, but not before Brad got like maybe 10 million streams. You know, because people probably thirsty to see, you know, The Weeknd and Drake work together again. But AI slick taking over, man. So watch your ass, man. I don't know how these criminals gonna try to spin that shit, but it's ugly out here, man. You know, you get a call that sounds like it might be one of your loved ones trying to call in some ransom type shit. Do yourself a favor and call them directly, you know, because you might be getting duped. Because AI is being used not just to swindle us in the music industry and things like that, but it's being used on a smaller level too. So, you know, just kind of watch that, man. There are some people out in LA that are unhappy, and these are the writers out in LA. You know, a lot of Hollywood writers are basically on strike. So, you know, I mean, if you if you do content, man, this might be your time to kind of shine. You feel me? So, like I said, I'm stepping up a little bit, and I got another segment I'm going to introduce right now, and it's called "Wake the Fuck Up." Yeah, and that's kind of vulgar, but here at Real Nigga Rants, we don't really give a fuck. I'm just gonna tell you what it is, man. Wake the fuck up is where I highlight music artists that you know, I feel like people might be sleep on. And this week's Wake the Fuck Up, I am a Christian, man. I don't know if you can tell, but I do love God. And since I love God, and I gotta give God his first, the first artist I'm going to highlight on Wake the Fuck Up is a young man by the name of Paris Cherish out of Detroit. And he is a Christian rapper, but fire. As you all know, you might not, that I love all of my artists that I listen to on a regular basis to acknowledge God and love God. And that doesn't mean that you're going to be perfect. And on this, the music is hard. Brad is not necessarily perfect, but he's got my ear right now, bro. I follow him on Instagram. The way it's spelled is PARRISCHARIZ, right? And so you know, he got a double album he dropped not too long ago. If you rock with me, right, on Facebook, I drop links to certain songs, and I'm about to get back on my YouTube mixtape situation where it's like you can kind of listen to the kind of shit that I be listening to, and you won't have to go through all the trouble of vetting these artists, because I'm not listening to no snitches and no niggas that wear dresses or be switching. Everybody I listen to, I vet them a lot of times for a few years before I even decided I want to listen to them for real. But I watch and I keep tabs on certain artists. It's a lot of y'all that's new as far as artists is concerned, and I do got the hashtag R&R Showcase. Hey, what's going on, Miss Hacker? What's happening? Now, this is kind of around the end. Like I said, I just introduced a new segment of the show called Wake the Fuck Up, where I was highlighting new music artists, and I was just explaining to the people that Paris Cherish, which is a Christian artist that has my ear right now, is very, very dope. Like I said, I don't necessarily require that you're perfect, but nobody that I recommend is going to be a snitch, a sucker overall, and or wearing dresses. Now, that's not to disparage those of you who might live an alternative lifestyle. Shout out to Lou, but I love everybody, but that's I don't want to hear that shit. I'm not listening to that, and I'm not gonna recommend that y'all listen to it. So you can know that, like I said, and on my Facebook page, if you follow me on Facebook or friend me on Facebook, it's Jamerson Ballard on all platforms. You can check out some of the artists. I'll drop links quite often if I hear something new. Last week I was shouting out Stan Will, which don't get a lot of pub, and like I said, since I'm a man who loves God, my first artist is actually a Christian artist. I do keep my ears open to Christian artists. If you dope, if you whack, you whack, and I don't get down with that, and I don't expect you to understand altogether. But if you garbage, just step it up. Step it up. Like I said, I like to try to highlight new artists that are local. What's going on, Nate? What's going on, Rob, man? What's up, man? Y'all just getting in, man. Like I said, man, we kind of on the ass end and shit, but like I said, man, to recap everything that I had to talk about earlier, man, the topic was we need to make wellness checks mandatory. Check on your partner. Check on your brother. Check on your folks. You know what I'm saying? Because dealing with these relationships can be stressful. Some of these niggas is tender, and they do not handle losses as well as others. You know what I'm saying? If you see my episode where I say losses make bosses, you understand. But like I said, I don't expect everybody to understand, man. What's up with it, Brody, man? Shout out to you out in Florida, man. I gotta get out that way, man. I know the weather's probably perfect right now, bro. But at any rate, man, like I said, I just dropped a new segment called Wake the Fuck Up. And I'm about to get my YouTube channel back together where my mix are I got like mixtape going on. Not a mixtape, but I'm saying where I do like artists that I feel like is dope, and I have like a mix that I put out there. I changed the name of it and updated it so y'all can, like I said, check me out on YouTube, man. Fuck with me on Facebook and you'll get exclusive, first dibs on some of the shit that I feel like is hard to me. I drop links kind of often, like I said, and do me a favor, man. Like, subscribe, share this, man. Fuck with me every Monday. I'm gonna do the show round about 6-ish Central Standard Time for those of you who don't really know, man, so y'all can kind of interact with me and catch up with what a real nigga is on. Like I said, this is not regular nigga rants. This is real nigga rants. Yes, I'm gonna be fly every episode, and you should too. So, but if you're not, fuck with the channel. I'm gonna give you some tools to tighten your game up. And like I said, right now we about to give you some tunes to listen to, give you some shit to discourage you from doing sucker shit. Don't be a weirdo. And if you're a nigga out here stepping on shit for the fam, or stepping it up and doing what you need to do, we're gonna highlight that too. All that shit needs to be brought to the forefront. You know what I mean? We are creating culture in real time. And although a nigga might not have the numbers I would like to have, I guarantee you I got the impact. So we gonna get up out of here on that note. A nigga hungry. I ain't ate shit yet. I did the show before I ate. I lightweight got the munchies. So I'm about to hit this this young panda. And you know what I'm saying? At any rate, man, I love everybody for showing up, man. Thank y'all again. I hope y'all have a prosperous week. And I will see y'all next time. Like I said, show me some love monetarily if you feel. $ SuperStee, SuperStee. My nigga great week, and I'll see y'all next time.